Look at me, I'm on. Look at me, I'm on. Look at me, can't stop. Look at me, I'm on. OMG, I don't get pressed. Look at me, I've been on set since 17. I've been on set, on settling. I'm going numb, amphetamine. I don't do drugs, I'm not a fiend. Push to the edge, no boundary. About 2 or 3 in these leather jeans. Look at me, flex, tight in my flesh. Never end, dead. Now I'm up next. Here for those checks, plenty flows. Look at me, I'm on. Look at me, I'm next. Look at me, I'm on. Touchdown and zone. Home run, Barry Bonds. Can't stop, keep going. Look at me, I'm on.
What's going on, Bob? Marie, how are you doing? How's everybody doing today? So yeah, we're out fundraising. Figure you guys might want to do a quick live and see what's going on out here. Yes, I am over here. Hey, Rhonda. Hi, Marie. Tracy, Brandy, hello. How's everybody doing? We're at the start of a half-hour drive. How you doing, Kevin, Corey, Miss Brandy? So yeah, we don't have the normal setup we're making do though. Just wanted to jump on and tell everybody hi. I don't know how good the connection will stay, but we'll try it out. Just a break from the norm. So yeah, we're gonna go out and do some fundraising for the next. We'll get back to the house, pick up Miss Nicole. We'll go messing around. But this is how a white t-shirt pays for the stream. So yeah, current time right now is 8:25 and 27 seconds. So yeah, just because it's dark where you're at doesn't mean it's dark everywhere. I know I don't expect this to be all action-packed and everything, guys. But give you guys kind of a look to see what it's like. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is it. This is the wonderful drive. Julie didn't expect to see McDonald's. Yeah, they got McDonald's. They got Domino's. They got KFC. They got Carl's Jr. They got all the regular fast food stuff, man. It's not exactly the same. Current temperature at 8:26 in the morning is 33 degrees Celsius, so about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, somewhere around 100 degrees. And this is, we just left Dammam, Saudi Arabia. We're driving toward, I believe the next town will be Abqaiq. Which one? Next town will be Abqaiq. Yeah, we'll go through Abqaiq, Udaliya, Hafuf, Utmania, and then we'll go through Harad, and we'll be on the other side of Harad for the next month. So yeah, it's not the action you guys are used to, but maybe a lot of people won't like it, but it's the way it is. Stefan, I'm not sure about weight limits. They're a little bit. It's a little bit different over here. They actually have times during the day where trucks are not allowed on the road, and you see some pretty raggedy ass trucks cruising. So, but everybody always asks what it's like over here. I've done this a couple times. We'll probably be pulling into a store before we get to where we're going, so maybe you guys get to see some of that kind of stuff. It's different. Yeah, Kevin, they do actually serve beef at McDonald's, but they don't serve the regular kind of bacon. They serve like beef bacon. Yeah, like I said, I know it's not action packed, you guys, but I don't know. Some people might find it interesting just to be able to look around. If I see something interesting, I'll definitely point it out. Yeah, Diane, that's pretty much what I do. How much is gas here? How much is benzene?
2 something.
2.91 a liter?
Yeah.
1 Saudi Riyal per liter. What's up, loser? The air does smell different. It's, yeah, it does. It's not bad or good, it's just different. It's more like hot and dusty. Part of the reason I went live, guys, is because I just repurchased my data package for my international SIM card, and I wanted to make sure it was working. So it cost me about $130 for internet data, and then depending on where we're at, a lot of times when we're out at the rig, I don't even get any internet. In town, it's usually pretty good, but out at the rig, being that we're so remote, you really gotta fight for signal. Like, you might get enough to scroll Facebook. It takes a long time to load, but you can at least kind of catch up on things. It's not strong enough to go live or anything like that. Not out where we're at. So yeah, I'm sure we'll see something though. We'll see some crappy ass truck, some Bengali or Pakistani driver. He's got his feet up on the dash or something. See some pretty wild stuff. He's got his feet up on the dash. He's got his feet up on the dash. They all got their feet up on the dash. That's wild. I'll move the camera around when we get a little closer to town and show you guys some stuff. And we'll be driving through a couple little towns. Speed limit is 120 kilometers an hour, which is about 65 miles an hour. Yeah, Kathy, the transition from the time difference is always hard. It takes me about usually 3 or 4 days to get kind of where I'm supposed to be as far as my sleeping pattern. And then, oddly enough, on the way home, it takes me even longer. It takes me almost a week when I get home to get back into the normal sleeping and eating patterns and stuff. It's pretty taxing on the body a lot of times. They don't have like highway patrol and stuff like we do. There's some camels. I'll show you guys some camels. If you guys can see them. You can't really see them. We'll definitely see some more. They're all over. You can kind of see them. Sometimes they're crossing the main highway. You got to stop for them. There's no fences. It's just a line of trees and brush. Yeah, but there's no they don't do policing like they do in the United States. Like, they don't have highway patrol that drives and catches people speeding. They have a lot of cameras on the side of the road, and if you're exceeding the speed limit, they'll take a picture of your license plate. And everything over here is connected too. If you, like, your phone, your bank account, everything's connected. So, like, everything's tracked. The license, it's linked to your Agama. If you have anything, if you go to the doctor, it's linked to your Agama. So yeah, everything's linked to your ID number. And like, if you get your registration of your car, everything, if you get a ticket, they can take it directly out of your account. It's pretty wild. Yeah, and, you have to forgive the the internet issues, guys, because I'm definitely not at home and I definitely don't have my good equipment. But I will say, with the new setup that I've been investing a lot of time and stuff in for the internet, we did some trial runs in different areas. We made it all the way through the Tehachapi Pass without dropping or buffering. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's been a challenge to figure out how to get strong enough internet to actually do a consistent live without any buffering and stuff like that. Definitely ran into some expenses. And I don't just run one single internet provider. I run actually all of them. The only one I don't run is Spectrum, and I'm thinking about taking on Spectrum also. That way I have, 5 times redundancy. No, this is Saudi Arabia, for people that are asking. This is the motherland. Like I said, we're on the highway now, guys, so there's not really a bunch to see. But we get up here toward the little towns and stuff, we'll see what we can see. And I know, like I said, I know this isn't for everybody. It's not like action-packed. It's not going to go viral. But it's definitely something people don't get to see all the time. And it's something that other people have to see all the time, so split audience. Hey, you guys, appreciate the super chat. You guys don't have to do that. This is actually a fundraising event that we're doing. It should pay for itself. It better. But thank you anyway. We appreciate it. It'll definitely go back toward the channel, or we'll try to invest it back into something involving the channel. That's what we do. Geneva, not really. We're kind of on the fine line of what we're doing right now. I can't say it's right or wrong what we're doing, but we're doing it. So there's that. Rebel, yeah, Nicole's doing all right. I talked to her before we got on the road. Her and Chunk have the bed all to themselves now. They kicked me out, so Chunk gets to sleep with Gigi. So everybody's happy at the house. But she still hasn't completed her passing of the kidney stone. Looks like somebody got in a wreck right here. Tore up all the center divider stuff. But now she's still working on passing her kidney stone. And then she's drinking all that stuff that helps her not form kidney stones. One thing I could say for sure is that countries like this, especially Saudi Arabia, it's the richest country in the Middle East, they're always under construction. They're always building something new. It's always like a thriving economy. They're always working on the roads. They're always in town. They're always building new buildings. There's a a lot of commerce, a lot of money being changed hands, a lot of people working. We don't they don't deal with the inflation stuff like what's going on in the States. It's a different country, different rules. Vegas, I hope you win, man. I hope you win. I hope the shirt brings you luck. I believe we got that other one sent off, but I spent the last 20 something hours flying, and I got about 4 hours sleep last night, and then back on the road out to my home away from home for the next month or so. Yeah, Darren, we're about 4.5 hours away from the location I'll be working at. But yeah, there's a lot that goes on over here. A lot of work. There's always something going on as far as work. All these, like the majority of these vehicles you guys see are work related for sure. They always got a lot of trucks on the road and stuff like that. Greg, I work, well, probably about 70 days, about what they're averaging. So between 70 and 90 days is about the average of what they're doing over here in the production field that we're in. Now, if we're on an exploration or something like that, not a development well, but an exploration well, then you can stay quite a bit longer, up to 8 or 9 months, sometimes even longer, just depending on what they're trying to achieve with the operation. But we're working in actually the largest oil field in the world. Where we're going to is the largest oil field in the world. I believe it's called the Guar field, but it's a developed field. So we're basically just adding to a developed field. We're putting more holes where they know there's a concentration of oil and gas. Yeah, so we're fixing to drive through KBAK. A couple years back, there was a explosion, a bombing incident in KBAK at the gas plant. It's pretty wild. Pretty big boom. Greg, sorry it buffered. But no, we work, like, depending on what project you're on, like we'll work for X amount of time and then we'll move locations to a different project, but generally in the same location. I don't know, it's kind of a lot to explain, but yeah, between 70 and 90 days, and then we'll move the equipment to somewhere else, but usually generally the same area. I mean, sometimes you'll move quite a bit further, but it just depends on if you're in they have different operations. Some of them are oil, some of them are gas, some of them are what they call unconventional, and then some of them are called exploration. So it just depends on what division you're working in. Speed limit is, on this one, it's 120 kilometers an hour. So about an average speed limit. People drive a hell of a lot faster. We can't because our vehicle has what's called a car sight. And they track our movement and our speed and all that stuff because it's a company vehicle. Hugh, I stay on location. I'm 24/7 on call for the entire time I'm here. So I'm like the area of authority. So I have to be available and responsible for everything that happens. So there's times where I get to sleep all night. There's times where I only get to sleep 30 or 45 minutes. It's just depending on the operation and what's going on. It can get pretty hectic. Up here on the right, that's one of the little cameras, guys. That little square thing. If you're going too fast, you'll get that ticket in the mail. New Holland. It's fair at best. I mean, it's just what I do. I've been doing it so long that it's just kind of the way it is. There's stuff that definitely pays more, and there's stuff that definitely pays less. But when you do something for a long time, and you kind of just live at a certain level, I guess you get your family comfortable at a certain level, and it's your responsibility to maintain that level, regardless of what else is going on. That's the way I see it, anyway. Hugh, yeah, I'm the supervisor. I'm the guy that gets my butt chewed for everything. Yeah, if you're good at it, it does help. It sure does. I don't know if I'm good or not. Maybe I am. I've been doing it forever. Uh, I'm sure there's better than me, and I'm sure there's worse than me. I just come to work and do what I have to do, and I go home and hang out with you guys. Christy, they call them blitzers. Joni, I've been in Saudi. I think I've been over here about 8 years, and I've worked different places. I've worked in Iraq. I've worked in Bahrain. Worked in different places over here, but I've been over here about 8 years. Yeah, 24. I did. I've drove over that bridge quite a few times. Made some videos of driving over it. I just never posted them. Oh, and I was in Doha last night, the Doha airport in Qatar, and they have a full jungle inside the airport, like trees and like birds and all kinds of stuff. They have a jungle inside the airport. It was pretty awesome. Sarah Lee, so what exactly do I do? Uh, I manage the day-to-day drilling operations, I guess. Ghost, the money's okay. I mean, there's there's stuff you can do that makes more, and there's stuff you can do that makes less. What happens if you steal a vehicle in Saudi? Shabab. Uh, what happens if somebody steals a vehicle? Alibaba.
Police.
Go calabosh?
Yes, sure.
Wala?
Well,
How much? Calabosh? 1 year's?
more than 5 years.
Okay, so if you steal a car over here, guys, you go to jail for more than 5 years, according to Mr. Hyder. He would know. He's been here his whole life. But they don't do that over here. They don't. There's not like a lot of crime. I mean, they have their crime. They have some stuff that goes on, but not like, it's not as wild as like the U.S. and stuff like that. People are more reserved. They got their laws are strict. There's no like real gray areas with their laws. It's not like in Bakersfield where you do something and then you can bail out of jail and get arrested again, and it's not like that. Like, they will make a believer out of you, and there's no you know human rights for like the prisoners and stuff like that. When you're in jail, that's just the way it is, and they don't make it to where you like it by any means. My favorite thing to eat over here, I don't know. Eat a lot of chicken and rice. Oh wait, there's some more. Some more camels. I was trying to read and I missed them. There's one way out there. You probably can't see it. Yeah, they're like cows. Like, if you're driving around town and they got cows on the side of the road and stuff, that's the same way they have camels out here. They're everywhere, man. If I'm out there on location and I get any that walk through location or anything, I'll take some videos and stuff of them. But you just see them randomly, and there's usually some little guy that's riding one of them, and he kind of keeps the herd together. Coast, no, there ain't a lot of that goes on over here. If it is, you don't see them. I mean, there's some for sure, you know, but it's weird to explain, you guys. If you guys have never like been out of the U.S. or been anywhere like this, it's not the same. It's a lot different. There's just different morals and there's just a bunch of different stuff. They just do things different, and they keep certain things under wraps. You know, they don't just like put all their business out there. Bacala? All right, so we're gonna slide into a store real quick, guys.
ممكن نلاقي كنكة قهوة هنا.
كنكة
قهوة
يمكن فيها. ليش نسيت اللي عندك؟ في يمكن هنا.
No, Ivan, no, he doesn't. We don't. He doesn't. He doesn't know anything about it, man.
You want espresso?
La Mafi.
You want something?
Moya. All right. I'm
You want Pepsi, Coke?
La Mafi. Shukran. Moya sauce. So I'm gonna get out with the camera, guys. It's connected by Bluetooth, so I can't really go far. We'll lose signal, but I'm gonna get out and just kind of look around, and then I'll jump back in the car and talk to you guys. So I won't be able to talk to you guys while I'm doing it. So you have to excuse me for just a second, but sitting here looking at this window isn't gonna be good content. So give me 1 second, I'll get out and show you guys around a little bit. And if for some reason the camera goes black, I'll jump back in. Just bear with me. Not your normal stream. Maybe I can use my ear pods. Hell, I don't know. All right, so I don't know if you guys could see inside the store or not. I'm not sure how far this phone actually reaches, you guys. Honestly, as far as with the Bluetooth and all that stuff, I'm not sure how far it goes. Were you guys able to see inside the store at all? Yeah, I wasn't really sure if the phone would cut out, like if I went inside the store all the way. I should try to use my ear pods because I think, let me see if this works, because the ear pods should cut out. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm not sure if the ear pods will work or not.
Okay, bye.
Have a good vacation.
I come in only 1 week work for you after go vacation.
All right.
Okay.
There's one of my employees. All right, so I'm not sure what's picking up the sounds right now, but I'm going to get out one more time because I think it's the phone. I don't think it's my ear pods, but hell, I don't know. Which you guys get to hear see the sights and hear the sounds. So. Sounds busy. Max, هنا ما في. Max, هنا. يجي. Fucking buy, Max.
Yeah?
What is it?
This is for hot water. This is for my home.
You bought it
Oh,
for your home?
Yeah, for because this is good here.
Good price. خلاص خلاص يلا ماشيين.
ولا عمي.
One piece, color.
Take more.
Only
Take
one.
more.
Only one.
No problem.
I'm on diet.
This diet, zero sugar.
Sure.
Sure.
I already ate too much this morning for breakfast. Thank you, though.
بس ده الدايجستيف ده اللي احنا اشتريناه سوا.
وايش؟ انا ولد عمي؟
اشتريناه قبل كده سوا.
It's tea time, huh? Yeah. All right. Back on the road. All right, we're back. Yeah. First 9 o'clock, and it's 36 Celsius. So temperature is climbing. Hugh, you do see some full-size pickups. They do have, Fords and Chevys and Toyotas and stuff like that over here, full size. They're just not as common, but they do exist. Uh, Sweet and salty, yeah. Nicole and the kids, yeah, I bring them home something almost every time. They pretty much got everything, as far as from traveling and stuff. Yeah, Texas Angel, it's going to be hot today, but it is cooling down. It's not going to be as hot as it was last time I was here for sure. This is actually fairly nice weather compared to what it has been. It's starting to cool down now. I'll show you guys a side view a little bit. I'm shooting handheld, so you have to excuse the vibrations. Now we're coming up on a place called Shedgum, And I've always been a fan of shed gum because they have some pretty cool like mountains and cliffs that have been eroded by the wind and stuff. So it's always kind of cool to look at. It's definitely a unique place to see. It's right up here. When we get closer, I'll show you guys more. Mustang Sally, yes, they do have speed limits. They're in kilometers. Everything over here is metric, guys. They don't use the standard system like they do in the U.S. Most other countries don't, actually. U.S. is still holding on to the standard, but most other places use metric. Even in Canada, they use metric. I guess I could have got out my little phone gimbal and steadied things a little bit better, but I wasn't thinking ahead too much when I started this ordeal. It wasn't like a big presentation. Okay, so we're starting to come upon the Shed Gum Mountains. There's all kinds of caves and stuff that twist all in through them, but it's all from wind and rain erosion. There's a drilling rig out there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but there's some camels. But yeah, those were, I would imagine at one point they were regular mountains, but over the thousands of years, they just developed into like caves and stuff. I don't have any zoom on this camera either, so. There's another drilling rig in the distance. See, if we drilled in this part, that's a Shedgum's a gas field. If we drilled over here, I could go live. But I've drilled like pretty much right there where we're looking. I've had rigs right there. I've walked up through all those little mountains and stuff. It's pretty cool. There's the Shedgum cement factory. Kind of looks like Gotham City at night. Be a cool place to have a paintball war. Alright, I'll put you guys back up in the windshield. See how long this internet holds out. If we see some, if the internet holds out long enough and we see some camels close to the road, I'll pull over and get out with them. But yeah, that's one thing I could say. The internet's usually pretty good over here. Like when you're in town or in high traffic areas, they depend a lot on cellular signal and stuff over here. I'd say even more so than the U.S. I mean, U.S. has got good signal in the cities most of the time, but you still hit dead spots. Over here, they push it about as hard as you can push it, which makes it cool. Hugh, when you're in Dammam or anywhere close to the Persian Gulf, the humidity's 90%, sometimes 100%. But yeah, as you start getting out more into the desert, the humidity drops quite a bit. You'll have some humid days, when you got some overcast or something like that, and you just sit there and sweat. But no, when you start getting out further away from the coast, it dries up pretty good. We're actually driving away from the coast. We're driving more inland. We were at the coast when we started. We were about maybe not even a mile, maybe a mile from the water. Darren, no, you don't get no workers' comp for that. But I was on a remote location. One of their people were hurt. I guess the camel got mad and sat on him. It hurt him pretty good, I guess. They were trying to get us to transport him in the ambulance, which we can't do. But we had the medic look at him and stuff like that. And they just threw him in the back of the truck and drove him to town. So I'm sure they have hazards. Every job does. I guess they've had 2 fatalities in the energy industry over here since I left last time. Since I've been at home. Greg, the healthcare over here is not bad, actually. It's they import a lot of workers. You know, like you have doctors from England, and over here it would have been like maybe 1,000. You know. All right, Angela. Thank you for hopping on, saying hi. Appreciate having you. Get you some sleep. Dale, I'm a manager. I'm not a driller. I'm not a company man because I don't work for the national company over here. I work for a drilling contractor who's in a joint venture with the national company.